This is Mogobe Nuggets of Wisdom podcast. We enthuse, we energize, we inspire, and we empower entrepreneurs and entrepreneurs of all stripes in BW and beyond. Hello and welcome to another episode of Mogobe Nuggets of Wisdom podcast. Mompoloki Lerumo Mogobe here, always ready to serve and to deliver yet another life-changing, impactful episode. And we're going to talk about events. We've called a gentleman from Bitsa events. He's not a first-time guest. He's been here before. I'm talking about Moleele, who will introduce himself in greater detail momentarily. But for now, here's a book, guys, Nuggets of Grit, from the Kettle Post to Serial Entrepreneurship. I had to open up, this being our year number 4.5 years now on the Nuggets, heading to 5 now. So people have been saying, what's your story? You're always interviewing people, and that's the effort here with Nuggets of Grit to share my story at a deeper level. So make sure you get yourself a copy. Call 397-1368. But more importantly for now, strike that subscribe button. We really appreciate that because it makes a huge difference. Because if you're going to enthuse, energize, and inspire, we need your full participation. Welcome to the studio, Lucas Moleele.
Thank you so much to having me again, once again.
It's a pleasure indeed. And perhaps you should start off with an introduction, sharing a little bit of your background, because most people may not have watched your previous appearance 4 years ago.
Yeah. Like you have said, my name is Lucas Moleele from Bitsa Events. My first time when I was here 4 years ago, when this product was still a baby on your side, I was here talking about Bitsa Ride, which was in the transportation system where we have created an Uber-like kind of a model that was just here to address the transportation issues in Botswana. But today I'm here again to talk about a totally complete different thing altogether, but we are still doing everything technology. As of my background, I've started nursing in the University of Botswana and continued to just self-develop myself out there by doing online courses. And one of the most exciting one that I did that opened my mind is the business intelligence and knowledge management. And this is the reason why I'm here today to talk about events as a product.
So you started as a nurse, and then what did you move into?
Right now,
before you started events, because I think last time you were here, you're onto something else.
Yes, I was into Bitsa Ride, which was our in-drive of today. It's unfortunate that Bitsa Ride is currently not in the market, but I want to believe it will come back again, bigger and stronger. Yes.
Okay. Now, you can perhaps touch on how it all started, how Bitsa Ride morphed into Bitsa Events.
Yeah. One thing that we had picked about Bitsa Ride was that in terms of convenience in transportation, it was quite hectic for you to wait for a combi for how long, God knows, or you call it a cab, only to be inconvenienced in the morning. So we thought of, why don't we have transportation at the fingertip of our phones? That's how Bitsa Ride was brought into life. And having that mindset of trying to simplify everything, we realized if we can do it with Bitsa Ride, it means we can do it with Bitsa Events. So that's why we now said, why don't we bring Bitsa Events into the hands of the attendees and the hands of the organizer, and actually the hands of the sponsors, who are also crucial to the success and failures of the events themselves. Yeah.
And describe the company to the viewer. What's the setup like?
Bitsa Events is your one-stop platform where you streamline all of your event planning process, from event concept to event page, ticket sales, marketing, sponsorship acquisition, just the whole event planning process. Bitsa Events is your go-to platform that can actually do everything for you. We have tried by all means to be inclusive in terms of financial inclusivity, technology, simple technology and all that. We have tried to integrate all these things for everyone out there so that whether you have your mobile money or you have your bank account, you can still maneuver through Bitsa Events and be able to have a successful journey.
Is this similar to CompuTicket? And if so, what are the similarities? What are the differences?
Will be similar to CompuTicket when we talk about tickets, but we are different in terms of how we have packaged our product because it's a one-stop shop for everything. That is, we can curate an event for you, or we can just simply host your event, and you can manage the sales, you can manage your customers, you can scan your tickets, you can also have an opportunity to have our backing in the sponsorship acquisition part, where we go forward and advocate for you so that you get sponsorships and all that. And then we also do consultation with regards to your event, show you the analytics and build you your portfolio as an organizer, because most often we do things the traditional way and there's no reference to it. So Bitsa Events gives you that reference, gives you that portfolio, and also gives you that technical backing that you might need for your advancement in your career.
What would you say is USP there, unique selling proposition?
Our unique selling point is that we are all events in one platform. That is to say that whether you are new in the industry or you have been here before, you are the guru in the industry, Bitsa Event is what you need. Because once you are part of the Bitsa Events platform, your audience is not only in Botswana alone, but it transcends across the globe, because this is an online platform that gives you coverage and visibility to the entertainment industry. And this is one of the most thriving industry in the world. So us positioning you in that particular market automatically makes you to be recognized, and you can also have a reference in the future.
Why do you say it's the most thriving industry in the world? On what basis?
According to data, at least the one that I've seen, just to look into the market, the Botswana market, just previous year we have at least been valued at 50 to 60 million USD in terms of the value of the event industry from January to December. You can imagine how big that is. And in the global market, it is also estimated that the revenue should increase at least by 5% in the next 5 years. And we are talking about billions. Yeah, this shows that this is really a thriving market.
I hear that the government, specifically President Masisi, wants to position Botswana as a hub for events to compete or to complement Rwanda. Are we winning in that effort, and what needs to be done?
One thing that we lack as Botswana is collaboration. If we collaborate in the services that we offer, I want to believe that this is the most interesting country to have any business thriving and succeeding. With the market orientation that we have in Botswana, it has proven that most products that fail here in Botswana, they could have been multi-millionaire enterprises only if we could have collaborated and sold our product in a smarter way. Take, for instance, today we are talking about Bitsa Events. What we are simply saying is, as an event planner out there, as a sound engineer out there, as a digital marketer and a content creator, influencer, be an artist, you name it, come to Bitsa Events. We aggregate all of our talents. You do what you do best, and we have one platform that sells all of us. In that way, we are much more ready to tackle anything that is going to come on our way, and just by doing that, we would have empowered a lot.
Can we get to the levels of Rwanda, or are we getting there?
I wouldn't say we are getting there, but at least we are trying. I want to believe that in the next 5 years, that's when we would really have this conversation.
We've seen events like Forbes Under 40. We've seen USA Africa. We've seen 1 or 2 major sporting events take place in Botswana. And seeing this growth of event activity, what does that tell us, and how about our success level in the events?
We are getting there. It's actually exciting. The Mindset Change initiative is quite an interesting initiative, actually, because the moment we start seeing things with a different lens, with a different angle, that's when we'll appreciate this whole initiative. Because we have had a couple of events that could have put us out there in the market, but it's unfortunate that we don't realize the exposure and the opportunity that lies with the exposure. So I think with the first cohort that we had seen with the Forbes Under 30, we could be talking something else today. But I think is the issue of changing our mindset and gearing ourselves up to not belittle ourselves and actually go out and do it and be real about it. Because as far as things are concerned, Botswana is actually coming up in a good way.
Okay. Tell us about the value chain proposition that you have.
First, with Bitsa events, we want to streamline the event management process. By us streamlining the event management process, we mean that once you have your event profile ready to execute, it is easy to come to Bitsa events and upload all that information, and instantly you have your event up and running. This helps you as an event organizer to take care of things that matters, partners, associates, and other small things, and not worrying about the bigger picture as to will my vision come to pass and all the stuff, because Bitsa Ride got your back. We also do
Bitsa Ride or Bitsa events?
Bitsa events, apologies. We also do exchange the way attendees are interacting with the events, and that gives an enhanced attendee experience. Imagine as an attendee, I can scroll through events in my phone, purchase my ticket at the comfort of my home, and getting my digital ticket, which I can decide whether I want to print it or not, and still have access to that particular event. And not only that, we also increase accessibility to these events, because now that we have a one-stop shop for all things, it means accessibility and recognition of the platform will make it easy for attendees and everyone involved to easily navigate and access these events. And also, as integrating the mobile payment solutions and the banking finance, it makes everything easy for the conveniency, the transactions, the security, and all that. So that's making us having that value proposition that is quite concrete to say to anyone out there that you can invest in any event that is hosted in Bitsa events, and as a sponsor you will definitely have data-driven insights. And not only that, we give you a backup in the technological innovation space that you're already in, because there's a lot that can be done and there's a lot that needs to be done, and it can only come to pass when you realize what is in our hands. Yes.
Now, if you don't mind, just tell us the professions involved and the people who are involved, who are part of this value chain. Just break it down. It goes from who to who and to who, so that we can see how it connects up.
First, I'll start by saying that the people that are involved in making Bitsa events successful, it's you and I. Whether you are an event organizer, an attendee, an event sponsor, or you would want to be a vendor, or you are a digital person who is doing digital marketing, or you are just a brand that has that is in need of acquiring new customers and getting more insights as to what type of events would people go to, how can I align my brand as a company with the events, how will I know the growth and all that? So as you look at Bitsa events, we have tried by all means to cater for everyone under different circumstances, and we want this part, this innovation, to actually even reach a 65-year-old grandma and grandfather out there, and say, oh, this is what is happening. We are having a jazz night, and they're able to buy a ticket at their own comfort, or just receive a ticket. Someone say, I've bought it for you. Just go with your phone or go with this paper. You'll be able to enter into that venue and see what is happening there. So Bitsa event, it's a holistic tool for everyone, and is conducive for any person of any age and any gender.
All right. Sustainability proposition, that's a buzzword now.
Yes.
We talk about SDGs. You seem to like SDG 9 when we're prepping for the show. That's what you mentioned. Can you break it down for the viewer on sustainability?
One thing you would agree with me is that in the current status quo, when it comes to the event industry in Botswana, is that most of the things are insufficient, inefficient. It's cumbersome to actually come up with an event that is successful. It's quite hectic for you to organize a successful event in Botswana, because once you have done it with the planning part, you have to worry about how am I going to get people to buy this product, and after buying the product, how am I going to make sure that the people who are going to make this event successful, that is your staging, your sounds, your lighting, the artists and everyone involved, how am I going to make sure that all of these people are going to successfully deliver? But now imagine you have Bitsa events, for instance, an infrastructure that houses all of them in one place, and you are saying the fact that you are in this platform, we can have customer feedback on a product that is being sold on the platform. This means that if Lucas is an artist and he's not delivering as per the agreement, it is easy for us, the attendees, to roast him up and call him to account for the ill behavior that he's presenting. And as an event organizer as well, I have an infrastructure that shows me the data, that shows me my portfolio. For instance, as an organizer in Bitsa events, we will give you a detailed track record of your service that you have rendered through Bitsa events. Like what are your top 10 selling events and how was your performance? This data is quite important to every organizer out there, such that you have to know who is your attendee and who is not your attendee. And apart from that, we talk about innovation in SDG 9. It's infrastructure innovation.
Industry innovation and infrastructure.
Definitely. So now that we have the infrastructure.
The big eyes, 3 eyes.
Yes. Now that we have the infrastructure, we have the innovation. That's how we are going to revolutionize the industry. Changing the mindset on how things have been done in the past, from traditional to the digital way, and smooth transitioning it, because we are not totally discarding the traditional concept. We are saying if you still want to keep the traditional way, at least infuse it with a bit of technology. We have a wide range of services that you can tap on. If you don't want us to sell your tickets, come and just plug your event there. Let the people know about your event, and you can plug it for free.
Let me ask you about the financial inclusion part, payment solutions. Can you just explain it in a simplistic way so we can understand?
One of the things that we have seen even in the budget split is that the informal sector quite contributes a lot in the economy of the country. And this informal sector, it houses a lot of people. And these are people who would normally may not even have a bank account. But definitely they have a SIM card and they belong to a particular network. And just by so doing, definitely they have to own at least one payment solution, mobile payment solutions. So in terms of inclusivity, we have adopted the the mobile money drive, where they are aiming for financial inclusivity in Africa. And this is why we have been one of the go-to when it comes to mobile solution payments gateways. We have integrated and still are integrating, and in the process of integrating all of the networks into our platform, such that everyone out there using any of the 3 networks that are actually any of the 4 mobile payment solutions in the country can also be part of this wonderful initiative. So by us doing that, we have catered for all of us, the informal sector and the formal sector.
Mm-hmm. Would you say that in terms of financial inclusion, the unbanked, reversing the financial exclusion to have inclusion, how do you then bring the unbanked? Okay, you have a SIM card, then what?
Then register that SIM card, open your mobile money account, and be able to try to do transactions. But anyways, there are some people who are so I don't know how to put it in such a way that I won't offend anyone, but there are those who believe that they have to hold their cash in hand. We have also included them in the system, such that you can decide to make your offline payments. Bitsa Events gives you that liberty of making that decision.
If it's cash, how do you pay?
You just reserve your ticket, and then the event organizer is the one who is going to verify your payment. After confirming that indeed you have paid, automatically you'll receive your
paid
ticket.
Through what, a bank ATM or through taking the money to depositing ATM?
Yes, it's either you deposit or you talk to the organizer and see how the two of you can meet and do the physical handing over of the money. As long as the organizer verifies that indeed the money has been received, the platform allows the organizer to do that, to verify the offline payment transactions.
I've seen a lot of people in Botswana complain about paying stars or paying celebrities in other countries. South Africa, for instance, pay the full amount, paying everything, and then they don't show up. How does Bitsa Event address that problem?
It's quite interesting. There was one agency from South Africa that had an issue here in Botswana, and they actually came to us asking how can we help them. We then realized, you know what, Bitsa Event is actually something that Africa needs, because when someone fails to deliver as per the agreement, that is a breach of contract, and it has legal bearing. So Bitsa Events already is positioned in such a way that we take care of the interests of all of our customers, from event organizers to event attendees.
So what do you do about that celebrity who doesn't show up?
We hold you accountable. We involve our legal team to take care of that. And it's not a good thing to involve the legal team to handle a case, because now it has some consequences, of course, but it's what the industry needs. It's what we need in order for us to be in the position where Rwanda is today. We need to first take ourselves serious, and that's how Bitsa Events will be helping each and every one of us there to say that, you know, what
you're going to educate the market to make sure they know that
Definitely.
they will be brought to book, they'll be made to account.
Yes.
Because if it's Bitsa Event, they have a partnership with lawyers.
Yes. Because we make sure that, be it the organizer, be it the artist, be it the vendor, any breach of contract amongst the parties involved, or even a sponsor, whatever legal issue or legal bearing that needs to be taken care of. Most of these events, you'll find that there is no trademarking of that product. There is no company. We're just doing it because we can, or because we have the idea. But once you host it with Bitsa Events, we become your consultancy. And by us becoming your consultancy, you get to enjoy all of the benefits, of course.
That's interesting. Are there any events, one or two out there, that you're particularly proud of, where Bitsa event has successfully facilitated or hosted such events?
We haven't hosted an event that was curated by us from ground to execution, but we are quite excited because in our few in a short period of time we have actually had 2 events running in our platform. The first one was an NGO, which was a success, and we had a previous one this past weekend. We saw Bitsa events being able to deliver perfectly and exceptionally well, and we are really ready to even have more and more challenging environments, challenging scenarios, so that we see the capability of our system. Because sometimes not having the system overworking, you won't see its potential, but the more you see traffic, the more you see engagement, the comments and everything, it also helps us to perfect our product in such a way that it becomes even more conducive. So we are looking for
So can't you give us a hint about this NGO event without mentioning the name of the NGO? What happened? What is it like, and what was your role?
Our role is, NGOs, they deal with numbers. They want to know how many people are affiliated with the association, how many people are supporting them, and just the track record. What event have you done in the past few years or few months, first quarter, just like that. So what we have agreed to do with this NGO, we were sponsoring it to say that all of your technical needs will be taken care of by Bitsa events. For instance, they have adopted a school, and for us to help them, we said you can go on and enroll all of these adopted schools into the system, have them sign up, and you keep that data in a smart way, and you don't have to keep on registering your membership or doing this and that. You just have to know who is following you and where, and how do you get that data. And Bitsa events was there. We also did the donation portal for them, where where we just set up a ticket for them to say that anyone who is interested in supporting the NGO, they could just log in and make that donation through the platform.
Okay. Explain your, organizer affiliation schemes or scheme.
Talking about organizer scheme it's quite something that we are.
Leave the paper here, sir. It's constraining you.
Okay. Yeah. It's a scheme that we have come up with where we want to empower every organizer out there. We'll be hosting an event March 23rd, where we'll be just dealing with organizer induction seminar, where we'll be having speakers, powerful speakers that are coming to tell us about what does it mean to build a brand out of an event. What does it mean to position my event to become a lucrative product for investment? How do I handle my business, the event business, in such a way that tomorrow you will have a track record. So we'll be tackling all these things, giving master classes, how to present even your portfolio as an organizer. Most of the time we have events that are failing, and the reason why is because they were not even planned properly.
So the affiliation system is going to look like what?
So the affiliation system is, the moment you become verified with Bitsa events, it means that any time you can access any benefit that is going to come out of Bitsa events. For instance, once you become an organizer with Bitsa events, you can instantly upload your event website. You can see the analytics, manage your earnings, manage your bookings, manage your sponsors, of course, because most of the time you would have events happening and we never take care of our sponsors. We get the money from Mr. Mogobe and we are gone. You will see us after 2 years again, coming back again and say, can you please support us? But what is it that you are getting in return? So Bitsa Events positions you as an organizer, and in our scheme, we make sure that you have to give feedback. Feedback is very vital to a sponsor, and Bitsa Events, once you affiliate with us, we make sure that is delivered. If you don't know how to do it, Bitsa Events will hold you accountable for it, and we can even do it on your behalf if you can't do it, because it is very, very pivotal to the success and failure and the reoccurrence of that particular event.
What do you mean you can do it on someone's behalf?
Let me give an example. Let's say you have invested in an event as a sponsor, and this sponsor is new in the industry. They don't know how to do it. Bitsa Events will be there to help him curate everything, deliver, and make a report of the event, analyze everything. This is how the event, this is what transpired. This is the numbers and the volumes that we saw. This was the marketing budget that we had, and these were the outcomes. And these were our conversion rate. We want to believe that if this event was to reoccur, maybe annually, this is what the market seems to say to us. The following year, will it be a success or will it be a failure? What are the things that you are looking at? What was your demographics in terms of the attendees and all that? So we'll be going an extra mile to give that holistic event overview to any of our sponsors out there.
Would you say there are any setbacks or challenges that you've encountered that you would like to share, as well as how you were able to overcome them?
One of the most difficult things to achieve in Botswana, in general, is collaboration.
You mentioned that.
Yeah, it is very, very difficult, because once you hear Bitsa Events, someone thinks web tickets. So this guy wants to compete with web tickets. But if you change your mind and think about it in this way, imagine Bitsa Events partnering with web tickets. Imagine what can come out of it. Or mention any other brand out there partnering with such an infrastructure. This has been one of the most painful experiences. Yeah. But at the same time, seeing other entities willing to open doors for you, it's quite amazing. Because we have seen how Bitsa Event was able to influence and get the infrastructure that we needed, even from the mobile money companies. These are big companies, and they're willing to give such a startup an opportunity to interact with the infrastructure. That on its own, it's overwhelming as well. So in as much as that the downfalls, there are also the lucrative part of the whole journey, that we also want to invite others out there to come and enjoy and partake of it, to say that if you can't change your mind, at least allow us to come to your level and assist you. Yeah.
When you look at internationally or even in South Africa, is there a particular event organizer or event organizing company that you're benchmarking against, or you're looking forward to being like, or you look up to?
There are quite a number of companies that we actually benchmarking on. Before going outside, I like starting where I am locally, and we are looking at web tickets, compute tickets, where like these guys are having wonderful products, and this products also gives us insight as per how the market orientation is like in today's world. And you go outside the boundaries of Botswana, you find about Event Tribe, where they have.
Which way is that one?
It's I think it's in the US. Yeah, and it's quite interesting to see how they're doing everything, streamlining the event planning process. Though they may not have everything in one place, but at least there's a niche that they're showing you that once you benchmark on it as well, it just opens and it will blow off your mind. So we have benchmarked in a couple of them, and we then decided, you know what, let's bring this product to Botswana and see how Botswana are going to appreciate it before we even think of exporting it out there.
Because the next question then becomes, who are you personally, your heroes or sheroes out there, or mentors in this field?
That's quite an interesting question. I have a couple of network that I have been able to grow in the past 4 years of my entrepreneurship. I'm heading to 5. I have met people like yourself. I have met people the likes of Dr. Nyepi, the likes of Alista Muhiriro, Manu Michael. These are guys who'd be there when you need them at any time. It's quite interesting to find a person who just be there just to listen to your crazy idea and then say, wow, keep pushing. It
has legs.
Definitely. And just by having such people around you, it also shows you how valuable your product is and how valuable you yourself you are, because sometimes you just need that motivation to keep going. But if you don't have people around you that can see that, then it becomes a problem.
Okay, how do you approach this side of event management, which is marketing, especially digital marketing?
I like knowing things before I do them. I did an online course on social media marketing just to learn the dynamics of working with social media platforms. And I'm not saying I'm a guru in that field, but I'm still learning. But we appreciate collaborations because we believe that the best product that you can get is a product that has many hands on it. Because once you do it alone, it will be good, but it won't be perfect. But once there's another mind to come and say, you know what, this is how you can approach this, it becomes so exciting. So hence why Bitsa Events is a one-stop shop, saying to all media houses out there, come to a platform that will showcase your talent. And we want the corporate world to see how the event industry can even flourish before it is even out there in the literal sense. It can flourish even before it is being executed. And Bitsa Events actually does that for organizers. And we are looking forward to see more digital and content creators coming and knocking at our door to say, what is it that you have that you can offer us? We are willing to accommodate as many as we can.
Okay. If, for instance, a young entrepreneur was watching you and they were looking to grow, are you able to give them 10 key solutions in terms of curating events that would best position them for growth? If, let's say, someone is in the real estate place, to be able to say, look, there's an event we can arrange for you, for instance, at Fields Mall. This is step number 1, 2, 3, 4. And then you create it for them from start to finish, and then perhaps be part of the, I don't know if you say profit or whatever, the turnout that comes if tickets are. I just don't know. I'm just trying to establish whether you had able to help curate an event for a business from start to finish.
Yes. We actually want to be in that particular point where every business is coming to Bitsa Events, or at least they're encouraging organizers to affiliate with Bitsa Events. Curating a business, an event. It's quite a cumbersome process when you're dealing with it from the traditional point of view. And we have tried in our social media upon our inception, more the Facebook page. We tried to introduce a concept where we are just giving insights as to what is it that you need to do in order to be investable. And one of the key things that we addressed was an event profile. You might think of it as something that is for for the people in the academia space and stuff, but actually it is very needful because it's your blueprint of your success or your failure. So as we talk about consultations, Bitsa Events has aggregated a lot of events till today, and we have consulted with big corporate companies out there that we are even in the planning phase with them. I think we are even ready to accommodate the newbies in the industry. Someone who says, you know what, I want to create an event, but I don't know how to start. But I have the willingness to see the product come into life.
Okay.
Yeah, Bitsa Events is ready to accommodate.
How big is it so far, Bitsa Event, staff-wise and infrastructure-wise?
Let me start with the infrastructure. I would say our infrastructure can house all of us. All of the events that are happening in the country can be housed in Bitsa Events.
Why do you say that?
Because Bitsa Events it's like a plug-in platform. You just come with what you have and you plug it in. And once you have plugged it in, you have your unique codes, your unique access code. And every one of us, imagine all of us having Facebook. Like today we have Facebook. That is Bitsa Events for you. Imagine now all the users who own a Facebook account actually own a Bitsa account. Where you can do anything that has to deal with events. So Bitsa Events, in terms of infrastructure, we have built a powerhouse that can be able to revolutionize the industry in a split of a second. And you also asked about our team. Our team, we have the core team members who are there 24/7. That is our technical team, our management team. It's a team that comprises of at least 5 people at the moment, but I want to believe it's a number that has to expand with increasing demand. And then what we have allowed, or the working environment that we have created, is that we have allowed for freelancers to come, where people just come and work on contract basis. Maybe let's say we are doing a particular event and we need a content creator. We would freelance a content creator for that particular event. And we have other partnerships where we partner with brands and say to them, you know what, we have this product, we want you to handle the marketing part of it. So the marketing agency will be taking care of that particular portion of the business. So in terms of our technical team in the execution phase of Bitsa Events, I would say we are even much more capable because of the flexibility that is around the company itself. Yes.
Interesting. What can you tell me about organizers' portfolio growth?
Like I highlighted earlier, one thing that I have seen happening in the industry, the first thing that I did when I entered into the industry, I started by managing one of the artists. He would tell me, you know, this person is one of the big people in the city. They have 100% success rate in all of their event planning, and companies actually sourcing out their services. And I tried to Google this person online and I find nothing. Then I'm like,
what does that tell you?
Yeah, it just shows you there is no reference. So a work without reference is like water on a empty, I mean,
it's trying like to nothing has happened.
Yeah, nothing has happened. I mean, if you can't prove it, why say it?
Yeah, it's like a tree falling in the middle of the forest.
Yeah.
Has it really fallen if no one has observed it?
Exactly.
Yeah.
So now that's where Bitsa Events come in and say, as Mr. Mogobe, you have been doing the events for 10 years of your life, but you have no track record. Come to Bitsa Events, host your events. We're not saying come and sell your tickets through Bitsa Events. No, we are saying
what's wrong with that? You can sell it.
Yeah, you can sell it. Actually, it will be good if you sell it, because we'll have a comprehensive tool such that we'll give you your analytics, your feedback, like how is your deliverables? Are you winning or are you failing? And if you are failing, what was wrong with your whole planning system?
A lot of events fail because of sponsorship issues.
Yeah.
when you talk about corporate social responsibility, a lot of corporates are not necessarily keen on sponsoring events, but we know that the cost of booking, for instance, a hall at Bitsa. Someone told me the other day that it's 85,000 for one day.
Yeah.
So the cost of booking some of these venues is prohibitive.
Definitely.
How do you maneuver through that?
One thing that you have to do as an organizer is to do your math. It's always important to know, why am I charging a ticket the way I'm charging it? Because if you're not going to get a sponsor, it means you have to go organic. So what does it mean for an event to go organic? It means it doesn't house its success, or it doesn't hinge its success on capital. Rather, it's going to use collaborations, it's going to use partnerships, it's going to use
exchanges and stuff.
It's going to use relations. Bitsa Events stands in and steps in that part to say that we are willing to help you reach to your sponsors in a smart way. And we have created a platform where we even enlist venues. And once you have enlisted venues, it means there are some subsidies that you can get, there are some waivers that you can get, because sometimes just to advertise an event and say it's going to happen in Mogobe Plaza and I haven't paid anything, it's a violation of your brand. But if you have Bitsa Events and it has partnership with Mogobe, then you are at a leeway to do that. So Bitsa Events comes in handy in that way, that we help you to form those collaborations, to form those relationships and networks. Yes.
Okay. Now let's talk about streaming events and being interactive on social media. What is Bitsa Events' approach on that?
One of our untapped solutions so far is the streamlining component that we have in our platform. It's one area that we want to see it come into life. We want that one organizer, we say, I'm having an event and it's virtual, and I need a company that can streamline that event for us. We were actually looking at what was happening with the Kwasafa African Cup, where we had our team Galaxy here participating in that. We were looking at the opportunity that, you know what, if these people could know what Bitsa Events could offer them, we could have had
why didn't you approach them?
I think it's the issue of who do you know?
Well, they don't know you.
Yeah, so it's always a challenge when you don't know how the whole management and organizations are working like, and you have to rely on other people to open doors for you, because we are like, okay, no, for us to go there, it was already an ongoing thing. So to bring in an idea on an ongoing product, it's quite a challenge unless there's someone already who is vouching for you to say that, let's give it a trial. But it's something that we are actually looking forward to, and to try and see how can we best work on it, because we are in talks with I can't name the organizations, but we are in talks with people who have the influence in the sporting industry, so that we can even have all these events streamlined. Now,
chances of going international?
Definitely.
Or regional?
Definitely.
How does that work?
One of our key partners, I think this one I can disclose because of our working relations. You will appreciate that in Bitsa Ride, we used to have the backup of Orange Botswana. We still do. We want to expand our market as per their availability across Africa.
How do they collaborate with you? Those
they are our
Bitsa Events.
They are our collecting account. So you can pay your tickets through Orange Money. Even right now, you can actually do it. We have long done that as far as the concept was concerned. So our intention is that wherever there is Orange Money services, you should also be able to have Bitsa Events where they are. And I want to believe
you
that
already have the relationship.
definitely, and we want to expand our reach by including other local networks and see what relationships and values can they offer us, even in our pursuit of going international. We just want to be in Botswana for a year and we are out of here.
Well, here's your chance to tell us your plans for the next couple of decades. What does the crystal ball have for us there?
One thing that we want to establish in Bitsa events, we want to establish an exchange platform. So this exchange platform, it will be your go-to hub for your marketing. For instance, you have Mogobe Inc. How many products are you selling under Mogobe Inc.? Imagine all of them, they were brought into one platform. And as users interact with any of your services, they acquire points, and then those points can be redeemable in any of your enterprises. Or they can even be exchanged for other products out there. So we are looking at a future where we'll have an exchange platform within Botswana and across the borders. And not only that, we want to have a system where you can have your event loaded in your card, just like you carry your national card. You can carry an events card that can able to give you access to any event without necessarily having to log in, making a purchase and all stuff. You just come in, swipe your card, guarantees your access. That's where we want to see ourselves in the next 10 years, where everything will be artificial intelligence.
Interesting, fascinating. This is a time when you can now hit me with a question, sir, if you have one.
One of my questions that I've been asking myself for quite a long time is that, okay, fine, I have seen your book is From Kettle Post to Entrepreneurship, serial entrepreneurship. That's a huge step right there, from kettle post to a serial entrepreneur. Like, what has been your drive and what has been your motivation such that you're able to move from kettle post to being a serial entrepreneur, someone who today we would want to rub shoulders with?
Doesn't the book disclose?
It does, but I'm asking it.
Yeah, but we can simplify my philosophy in 3 ways. You know, you already know the tagline: infuse, energize, inspire, and empower. But then there's the pyramid of success, or the triangle of success, which is at the base, desire. I've always had that desire, and I've developed over time the desire to be impactful, to make a difference, to be successful, to have assets and cash. And then on this side of the triangle is faith. Faith is developed through literally your faith, your beliefs, your Christianity, and faith in a dimension of belief that the things that you are desiring can be achieved. That is something that you have to work on, in the sense of so you work on that faith by feeding it through readership, through all the things I mentioned in the book, which I don't want to spoil for anybody. And then lastly, it's execution, which is action. So those 3 things, if you have them and you're conscious about them, and you make sure that all your BHAGs, in terms of your goals, big, hairy, audacious goals, fit into this format: desire, faith, plus action. So that is a trick. There's no magic wand. There's no muti I can give you. It's just that, and it works. It has worked for people who are way ahead of me, and it is working for people who are coming behind me, like yourself. You've identified it, your goals. That's faith. You are certain. You have faith. You have confidence, and the good book tells you that you're a special individual. You have to believe that you are special, and anybody who has faith is special. Faith in Christ, or faith in, is it Philippians? What you can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. That's faith. And then finally, you actually act on your faith. You banish things like excusitis. You banish things like victimitis. Simple.
Wow. And now that you have said it, now let me bring it home with an extension to my question, and say, after listening to what Bitsa Events is all about, what is your take on this initiative of Bitsa Events?
We've already had our interaction, and I've shared my views. I've introduced you to my team. Normally, the key thing is, how does the pudding taste? Really, the magic is in the pudding itself.
Yeah.
So because I do not know the kind of people you have, the infrastructure you have to execute on these ideas, so based on that, I can simply say, let's work through what we're working through. We're willing to join up with you and work on one event at least, and get to know how you operate, and then let's take it from there. Seems like a terrific initiative, and it seems like you've done your homework, and I have nothing but good wishes for you. All the best. You'll be very, very successful, I trust.
Thank you.
So based on the way you articulate it, because Ghana people have faith in the entrepreneur more than the company. So based on the faith I have in the entrepreneur, you have every reason to succeed. Yeah. Take a look at this camera there and leave the viewer with one final message of encouragement as we wrap up.
My final word for the day is that if you have something that you have been pondering upon, something you'd want to do, and it scares you, then definitely know that's the right thing for you to do, because you'll never know what's on the other side until you start doing it. So this has always been my motto, and most people that I've interacted with, they'll be like, Lucas, where do you get all these ideas? And I'm like, I've thought about it and it scared me, and I wanted to do it so that I don't get scared again. That has been my motivation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's wonderful. Would you care to give them all your contact details, especially numbers to reach to, and your contacts on social media?
You can follow us on Facebook. We are Bitsa Events. That's our Facebook page. And we are also available on Instagram, though we are not that much active. It's called Bitsa Events as well. And you can also visit our website, bitsaevents.com. That's where you can see all of the information that we have been talking about. And if you forget to reference any of the platforms that I've said, when you go to the website, you can actually go to contact us, and then just ask us, leave us with a message where you are inquiring. We will definitely get back to you. Or you can simply call us on 74609984, or contact us through Facebook in the very same number, and we'll be there at your service.
Would you, you've given them the WhatsApp as well, right?
Yes.
Okay, excellent. It remains for me to thank you, sir, to congratulate you on this big venture of yours. All the best.
And thank you for having us once again. It is a pleasure.
It is a joy. You did a good job.